some classic shit. You wanna hear facts, meditate, sit down, relax, this the intro, dressed in a vest, the sweat, the stress, everything you hate. Listen, your loyalty's due.
Hello man, damn. If you see me, we're about to eat lunch. Yeah, it's that time again. So you're about to eat lunch. Some egolito and some greens. Get ready for some meal.
Need to take a sit, cause it's going down. Ninafanya rap kama action, always ndio passion. Lugha zote nachanganya kama mess.
So this is the lunch. If you're doing the math, this is not a math class, man. The size, the ratio, this is not a math class. Yeah, welcome. Yeah. I feel intoxicated. Shouting. Yeah, guys. Hope you're on the same page. If you're not on the same page, yeah, my fellow aliens, you can go and grab something. What? So, madam, today we're going to learn how to swim, how swimming begins. So, from my experience, how did we know how to talk, aliens? How did we know how to eat? Remember, we were born suckling. We were born crying. We never knew these things. These things began somewhere. So, where did it all begin? Man, them, all these things we do, all these thoughts began in the brain. And how did it begin in the brain? It began by visualizing, by thinking. You think it, you experiment it in your brain. Even talking. I know you don't know it, but you are visualizing, you are seeing how your parents were talking, what they were saying, what they were doing. That's how you learned how to talk, to communicate, to walk in the brain. So, here's a fun fact about swimming. Also, swimming, it begins in the brain. It begins with the thought of floating. It begins with the fear of drowning. How? You see, me, I learned how to swim in a river somewhere in Kenya. Actually, a city in Kenya, one of the cities. And in this river, it had point A, point B, and point C. Actually, there were many points, but for this example, I will use point A, point B, and point C. So, point A was the deepest. And in the deepest territory is where the giants, those people who had swum. Those people who knew how to swim, yeah. Those people who spent years swimming, It also, in the same river, there was a business going on. They used to, how do you call it? I don't know if nowadays the business continues, but they used to go there, those adults. You see, for me, I learned how to swim when I was like almost 12 years old. Yeah, almost 12 years old. Yeah. And in fact, I was the new guy in the city. So I found like my age mates, all of them knew how to swim. So, and that was the fun thing to do. So I just had to learn about the business. So you see, the adults, they were going to the river to go get the sand and the sand was in the middle of the river. So these adults, they had to dive in with the spades. I don't know the process, but yeah, thinking, just visualize it, they had to do that. And so that was point A, where they had dug almost all the sand. So that place was deep, and no kid was ever allowed to swim there. Point B, you see the river flows and it had corners and corners. So one of the corners was point B, and in point B is where the ladies when they are washing, they were bathing there. Even the gents in point A, they used to bathe there. That's the fun fact about going to the river at that time. And so point C is where us kids, we used to go swimming. You see, in point C, okay, it was not deep, and it was not that deep, but for me, I don't know if I was short at that time, but it was deep for me. We used to go and we used to swim, because I didn't know how to swim, so I used to swim at the shallow end. But all my friends, they were crossing the river, coming back, enjoying themselves, and I used to envy them, because they used to play this game where, you see, it had a big cliff like this. So they used to go run, jump, dive. They dive and they emerge on the other side of the river, and I was like, damn, and they used to laugh at me. So as a kid, laughing was really irritating. So what happened after going this with I had a cousin at that time. Yeah, I was living with my cousin. So after going to the river for a couple of weeks, the weeks turned into months. Yeah, so one day I decided to go by myself. I just decided I want to go and practice by myself. So when the other kids come, I'm like ahead of them, because in that group I was the only one who never knew how to swim. Like, we were around six, yeah. And in those six, there was also a boy. I think he was around 6 or 7 years old. I was the older, but he knew how to swim. He used to cross, and actually, when we were going, they used to make fun of me, you see, this kid, leave alone that. So this day I went swimming by myself, and actually on the previous day it had rained. And one thing about rain, if it rains, the river, the level of the water always rise. So this day I just decided to go by myself, knowing the levels had risen, but I had faith in me. I knew this was the day I was going to learn how to swim by myself, and I was going to prove them that also I can jump, over the cliff with them. Yeah. So that day I went by myself early, around 10 there. And what I didn't tell you guys, all this time we were forbidden going to the river. But boys, yeah, because we were boys. And you see, in that time, like, we preferred going to the river to go and enjoy ourselves, bathe, than staying at home and bathing at home in the shower, where you can just go in the river. So all this, at that time we were forbidden going to the river, but we used to go. So even this day I just said, I went by myself around 10. So I reached there was nobody. I could see the water level had risen. And another thing about rain, you see, if it rains inside the river, it usually forms some mud at the bottom. So even on the shallow areas, there was some mud because erosion, that science stuff. Yeah. So I just went. I started with the shallow end. The mud. I was never scared. The kids ever get scared about dying? I don't know. But for me, I never thought about dying. Even at this time, I never knew I could die. Like, for real, I never knew I could die. Even, you see, people died in the river, but I was never scared. So I just went in the mud. I was just playing with myself. And then a thought hit me, like, I've been swimming for months, for weeks. Today I'm alone. Why don't I cross? Because you see, when the other kids are there, it's hard for me to experiment it, because they will, start making jokes, start laughing, and my ego will not allow me to, prove them right. So today I was alone. I decided I can just try and cut across the river. You see, the river was flowing. I don't know if it was right to left or left to right, but it was flowing and the level had risen. And this posed a great danger. But the thought was like, if not today, when? If not today, when? And so I decided to cross the river. And at that time, I used to swim when my head was in the water, my legs parting back there, and my arms. That was how I used to swim. Like, I used to just not even looking where I was going. And the river water is brown, and when it rains, blackish brown. So I decided, this water is not even moving fast. I can just cross here. I'll just cross here, then I'll cross back. And in doing so, I'll have known the only thing that will be left will be swimming with my head up, because that was for the elite. And so I took some deep breaths. And I began with the energy.